Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Welcome into WSI TV. I'm Sean Bauer. With me is Jordan Bishop, and today we're going to talk about Wall Street's crystal ball, how it's like looking into the future for some easy profits. But before we get into that, let's just talk about how you can subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. There's a subscribe button right under this video. You can click that and you'll be automatically subscribed to our YouTube channel. You'll get all our fresh content as soon as we publish it, twice a week. And then you can also go to WSITV.com, sign up there. You'll get free access to the WSI Vault, as well as a bunch of bonus gifts that we'll send you in the email. So lots of goodies there. You don't want to miss out on those.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's a lot of fantastic information, once again, for free, just for subscribing to both of those places. But now let's jump into the topic of the day, where again, we're talking about Wall Street's crystal ball, seeing into the future for some easy profits. And it basically comes down to this. We know that pretty much everything is tied to the stock market in some way, but stocks are also tied to their individual sectors, whether it's energy, industrials, consumer goods, whatever it may be. All the stocks within that sector are tied to the sector as a whole. So what you see up right now is the chart for XLE, which is just an ETF for the energy sector. And you can see exactly what it's done in the second half of this chart, Jordan.
Right, so basically we're taking a step back here, as Sean said, looking at the sector. Yeah, XLE is always a great chart to look at. It respects its 200-day moving average very nicely, but we've stumbled across something amazing here. You know, I mean, it's not often in Wall Street or in anything else you can look into the future, but here this sector is clearly driving the stocks within it. So as Sean said, as you can see on the right side of your screen, it broke the 200 there, bounced it along a little bit, but that's not exactly what our focus is on right now. We're looking at the individual stocks, which is why I'm going to switch our attention to Halliburton HAL. There's some similarities here, but it clearly didn't take off when XLE took off.
Right, and when it comes to any sector, you will have some stocks that basically are mirror images of what that sector is doing as a whole. But what I wanted to point out on the last chart, XLE jumping out over that 200-day moving average in late September, basically, and then it really took off December 8th, where you saw that big price spike. Now we're looking at Halliburton, an energy stock. HAL is the ticker there. And what you can see is that it finally broke out over the 200 and then took off as well, following along to XLE. But that didn't happen until December 11th. So a stock that was lagging behind just a little bit, but you know it was going to play catch up. You know it's getting pulled up by the sector. Just like we always say, most stocks are dragged up or down by the stock market as a whole. You can see this in a more specific scenario here with an energy stock, HAL, getting pulled up again by XLE.
Yeah, it's like XLE had a magnet on it and it's pulled that stock up with it. It's not the only one that did it. We're also going to switch your attention to a penny stock here, Crescent Point Energy. The ticker is CPG. And now I just want to point out, we were talking about it before, these three charts we just showed you, XLE, Halliburton, and CPG, they all look like completely different charts to me at first glance, but they all have small similarities, again, with breaking that 200-day. Now this one broke it similarly to Halliburton, but again later than XLE.
Yeah, again, this basically just happened in early January, where it finally broke and stayed above, closed above that 200-day moving average. So this is one that's still pretty fresh as far as we're talking about with this XLE break and that climb that you already saw in the previous charts. And again with HAL, there was also Schlumberger, SLB did the same thing as HAL for the most part, where it's these big spikes that come because it's following the rest of the energy sector up. This is just another one that's been lagging behind even more, and it looks primed and ready, CPG does, for again, making that big spike, that big run upwards.
I really love this stock. I mean, of course, it's a penny stock. I've had my eyes on this a little bit, but when Sean pointed out what XLE was doing and how there was sort of this delayed reaction, I jumped on this stock. Maybe a little prematurely. We should maybe watch for the pullback a little bit here, but it has pulled back already. I'm looking for this one to skyrocket, to be honest, and the upside on this, I believe, was like $50 a couple years ago or something. So yeah, crazy upside with this one. Of course, the energy sector is just an example here. You can find out what the other sectors are by going to Chartmill.
And again, these sectors themselves are basically that crystal ball that allows you to look in the future for the individual stocks within that sector. But again, I mean, of course, it all comes back down to finding these stocks out of the thousands out there. It all comes down to basically 3 simple steps, where first of all, you're finding a stock screener online. Chartmill is one of our favorites. We're going to get into that a little bit more in Wall Street Informer Monthly coming out next month. But all you're doing is finding an online stock screener. It's either going to be in the industry or the sector tab, where it's going to give you the different choices, basically, where you have financials, consumer goods. You can read them all there on your screen. And then, of course, choosing that sector that you want after you see what that stock is doing, what that sector is doing in stockcharts.com. Then you come in here and you can find all the individual stocks based on that sector. Right, and again, what's great about these sectors is they all have tickers. There's all ETFs that track them. You know, XLE is the energy, XLF's the finance, XRT's retail. You could just Google, you know, retail sector ticker, and you'll find the ticker for those. There'll be a whole long list of them. So just type those into stockcharts.com and just take a look at what that ETF is doing, what that sector is doing. If it's breaking out, or if it's showing some other unusual action. Maybe it's going down. Maybe you're looking to short some of the stocks in that sector. It works the same way, because again, there are big stocks driving these sectors in certain ways, but there are, the other stocks that are following behind, and you can really take that crystal ball, which is the sector, and follow those stocks all the way up and make big profits off it. Yeah, it's just a really simple, easy, but powerful strategy to make some easy money trading, again, like Jordan just said, using this crystal ball we're talking about here. We are going to get into this a little more in depth, like I said, in Wall Street Informer Monthly, in that special report there. We're going to give you some more, I guess, filters to use to find the right stocks that are lagging behind a little bit, but like we said when we're predicting the future, the ones that are going to get pulled up or just follow suit, whichever direction it's going. But that'll be coming up early February then. Yeah, I mean, we've been working on these specific filters for this to pinpoint the exact stocks that are late to the party, as you would say, but there's big profits to be made. If you're not already on WSI Monthly, it's just our flagship monthly newsletter, and you can go ahead and get that by either emailing in to info@WSITV.com, just asking how to get on that program, or go ahead and give us a call at 321-221-1113. We'll get you signed up, get you that newsletter coming out early February. Again, it's going to have even more information on this crystal ball strategy here. But for now, do you have any final notes for us before we sign off? I don't. I just want to mention how easy this really is to get involved with. Go play around with it a little bit on Chartmill. Go look at the sectors, look for unusual breakouts and other things like that. And it's really simple. Great find by Sean. I really like this this system we're sort of evolving out of this idea. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it's something you can really plug into any system we already have. So go ahead and use this, make some money, let us know how you're doing with it in the comments down below. But for now, we will sign off. We'll say thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you next time.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com, where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.